May is Lyme Disease Awareness Month, but what is it that you should be aware of? Well, personally, I struggled with Lyme disease, and the first thing you should know is it's absolute hell. It's very, very difficult disease to deal with. There's a lot of things that come along with it. It can last anywhere from a couple days to years for people's lives, and that's the first thing to realize. The other thing is we want to focus on prevention. So how can you prevent getting Lyme disease? Well, first of all, always wear tick or bug spray. Pull your socks up a little bit higher. You know, some people like to tuck their pants into their socks so that ticks can't land on the skin. Cover your skin as much as you can when you're going in hiking areas in the woods. And I know that's easier said than done when it's a really, really hot day and you want to go on a hike in the woods, but getting a tick can change your life forever. And that's something really important that needs to be shared this Lyme Disease Awareness Month. So share this with your friends, share this with your family. Tell them, look, yes, you should go hiking. It's one of the greatest things on earth to be able to experience nature and be out in the woods, be out in nature. But make sure you take care to prevent any tick bites, because a single tick bite can change your life forever. For me, it was attacking my heart. It made my heart rate plummet to 30 beats per minute. I was fainting. I was sleeping 16 hours per day. I was lethargic, tired, had no energy. I had brain fog where I couldn't think correctly at all. I couldn't really get anything done mentally. And this hurts a lot when you have work like I do. My work is in online things like this, right? It's in digital marketing and working with other brands to help them with their marketing. It's a lot of brain power and brain work. And it's very difficult to then be able to do that when I had Lyme disease. And so it hurt my bank account balance. It hurt my living. It hurt me as a person. It hurt my heart. It hurt my brain. I mean, like, it messed up everything for more than a year for my life path. And I don't want anybody else to go through that, which is why I made this channel and why I share the things that I share. The second thing that we should talk about is what to do if you do get a tick bite. If you do get a tick bite, pull the tick off, take antibiotics immediately. They found that the quicker you're able to get antibiotics into the system, the quicker you can beat the Lyme microbes. And I'm not one to tell people to take antibiotics. In fact, I didn't take any antibiotics when I was fighting Lyme disease. And the reason for that is because I already had Lyme for probably 20 years by the time I found out I had it. So I didn't want to then go use antibiotics, because basically it hurts the body more than it helps in cases where it's a long-term Lyme disease situation. So you gotta, do the math, do the risk tolerance, do the risk to reward ratio, figure out what's best for you in your life. But if I got a tick bite today, if one of my kids got a tick bite today, I would take them to the doctor and ask for antibiotics immediately, because I know that that drops the chances of getting Lyme disease by 90 to 100%. Like, it completely demolishes any chance that you're going to have any Lyme disease symptoms whatsoever if you just take antibiotics right after a tick bite. So it's really important to know that. That's the number one thing that I want to share this Lyme Disease Awareness Month, because it's extremely valuable and important. So many people could just avoid this situation altogether. And the third thing I want to share is, if you are dealing with Lyme disease in a long-term situation, if you're dealing with Lyme disease that's been around for a few months or even a year or longer, there's other ways to go besides antibiotics. Personally, I used herbs to heal from Lyme disease after reading multiple different books that pushed me in that direction and gave me the tools that I needed. I was able to heal completely after 12 months of using herbs, nutrition, healthy, conscious living, stress reduction, hydration, sleep. These are all things that we talk about on this channel and on my email list specifically. I'll put a link in the description below so you can get a free book that I wrote that'll give you my top 5 tips for healing from Lyme disease. It's completely free, no questions asked. But once you get that book, you'll also be on my email list, which I email every single day with tips about how to beat Lyme disease, how to come back stronger from this struggle that you're going through. I know what it's like, and I've been there, and it was terrible. The worst part was I couldn't show up for my family in the way that I wanted to. I couldn't show up for my kids, for my wife at the time, in the way that they needed. I couldn't show up the way that I know that I can now. Now that it's been 6 years since I've had any Lyme disease symptoms whatsoever, I completely beat this thing. I demolished it. It never looked back. I didn't relapse. Nothing happened later. And it's because I took the steps to do it right the first time. And I don't think a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people skip steps. They try to get the quick route. They want the easy button. They want the quick thing that they take it, it goes away. And that's just not how it works. Unfortunately, it takes hard work, discipline, and the willingness to give your body everything that it needs in order to heal from the inside out. I started by changing my diet. Then I started taking herbs. Then I started focusing on hydration and sleep and the rest, the stress reduction. All of these things, when compiled together, make a truly healthy individual from the inside out, creates an environment in the body where the Lyme microbes just cannot survive. And that's what we want to do. But along the journey, like I said, I've read many, many, many books about Lyme disease. I'm going to start sharing more about those books on this channel. But in the meantime, I want you to know that I found one of the core herbal protocols that I used from a certain book called Healing Lyme. And I took that core protocol, boxed it up, put it in a box. In fact, I'll go get a box to show you. So I took that core herbal protocol that I learned from Healing Lyme and I put it into a box. It's obviously took a lot more steps than that. First, I had to source the ingredients and I had to get manufacturers. I had to call all people from different countries and different states and figure out where I can get these products to begin with. But I was able to, after months and months of my time and lots of money and energy, I was able to create the LymeWars herb box. It looks like this. When you open it up, there's 3 different herbs on the inside. First, there's a bunch of other goodies in here that are they're top secret. You'll see what they are when you actually get the box. But we got LymeWars Angiographis. This is great for healing, for killing spirochetes in particular, and also healing the gut, restoring gut balance. Very important. 80% of your immune system lives in your gut, so you need that. Then you got Japanese knotweed. This was really important for me for healing my heart and protecting my heart. Also, it's one of the only herbs that can cross the blood-brain barrier and protects the central nervous system, which is a huge deal when it comes to Lyme disease symptoms. So Japanese knotweed is a huge, huge cornerstone herb that you want to add in if you're fighting Lyme disease. Now, all these herbs, you should take them whether or not you're using antibiotics. They're just a healthy addition to your life. In fact, I still take herbs to this day, even though I haven't experienced any Lyme disease symptoms. They're just a good thing to add in because they're very high in something called phytochemicals or phytonutrients that we don't get that much of in our very domesticated American diet, where we've taken all of the plants, we've sprayed them down with herbicides, with pesticides to protect them so they don't have to protect themselves. They're not creating the same phytochemicals that they would if they were in the wild. And that's where herbs come in. They're naturally antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, very, very powerful things that we should all basically be using for different purposes. So that's why I still take herbs to this day, even though I don't have Lyme. And finally, we have LymeWars Cat's Claw, which is a really, really immune modulating herb that can help immensely with your fight against Lyme disease. And we package it up with all these other goodies that you'll get to see when you get your box, and you can get it right now at LymeDiseaseWars.com. So if you go to LymeDiseaseWars.com, it's actually only costs less than a can of Coke per day. It's less than $2 per day. We were able to get the cost down so low so that anybody can afford getting better and healing from Lyme disease. So we were able to put together this box, and so far hundreds of people have been loving it. We've been getting great reviews, and basically last time we sold out within 7 days. We weren't prepared for the amount of people that love this much, but In 7 days, we were completely out of product. And then we actually had some troubles with manufacturing. We had to scramble a little bit to try and get product back on the shelves. And now we finally have it again. So you can go get your LymeWars herb box at LymeDiseaseWars.com. I hope you'll take advantage of this. If you have Lyme disease, if it's something you're fighting, this is the way to go. I'm telling you right now, these are the cornerstone herbs. And listen, there is no one-size-fits-all approach. We're all very unique and different in our genetic background, in our makeup, our DNA. We have different bodies. We have different allergic reactions to different chemicals and different, compounds. So we can't all expect to get the same results from the same thing. This isn't meant to be the end-all, be-all. This is just the starting point, the cornerstone, the foundation of your practice for getting better. And that's exactly how this was written about when I read about it as well. Turns out that a lot of people can get massive, massive results just from using these herbs and these herbs alone, but it also helps if you have specific symptoms, you can add on different herbs. Or if you have specific allergies or reactions to certain herbs, you can add on different ones. Or if you have a specific co-infection with Lyme disease, these will work for all the Lyme co-infections, including Ehrlichia, Babesia, Bartonella, Anaplasma, Chlamydia, all of them. But if you have a specific one, there are other herbs that you can add in besides these cornerstone herbs that will help as well. So anyway, happy Lyme Disease Awareness Month. I hope this video helps you out. If you're new here, share this with a friend, share this with people. Again, this is Lyme disease awareness. We need as many people as possible to know what to do if they're going hiking and in the woods, if they get bitten by a tick, and if they have Lyme disease for a long period of time. Those are basically the different camps of people that I want to reach this month in May. So please help me and share this video. I would really, really appreciate it. And again, I'm going to link down below. You can get your free book where it's completely free. Just give me your email address and your name. Then you'll be on my email list. I'll be emailing you every day all the different tips and tricks that we talk about in order to get better and heal from Lyme disease. But also get your LymeWars herb box because it's the best thing on the market right now that's helping the most people with Lyme disease get better. I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.